As you know, when you have a goal and that goal is really clear and tangible for you, it's a lot easier to achieve this goal. So today we're gonna work on how to make your financial goal really clear for you. And before we start this coaching, if you want to have a coaching session one-on-one with me, just go in the description and there's a link where you can schedule a call with me, and we will work on the number one thing that stops you in your business and how to get rid of that thing. Okay, so this video is really something that you need to take action and work during the video. So if you just watch it, it can give you some value, but if you take a pen and a paper, you'll have tremendous more value doing these exercises than just listening to the exercises. So the exercises will be in three parts. The first part is the short-term goal, the second part is the long-term goal, and the third part is the why you want that much money. So for the short-term goal. So the short-term goal in these exercises will be 1 year. So my question is how much money you want to make in 1 year. Like how much money a month you want to make a year from now. To find this out, well, there's some question you can ask yourself. For example, if you have a job, well, you need to make at least that much money if you want to be able to leave your job, because you probably have bills and stuff to pay, and I don't know how much money you have at the end of the month, but usually it's not so much when you have a job. So it's at least that amount of money you would like to have to be able to live free of your job and living only from your business. Also, the question you can ask yourself is, what is a lifestyle you want to have in a year from now, and how much money you need to be able to have that lifestyle? Maybe you want to do like more trainings, more seminars, you want maybe to have a better car or be able to buy a house in a year from now. Whatever is it that you want a year from now, like take that in consideration in making your financial goal. So put the video on pause and think how much money you want to make a month, a year from now, and write this on a piece of paper. Now let's do your long-term goal. And your long-term goal, usually I always say need to be like set in time when you want to have achieved that amount of money. But for this particular exercises, you don't have to set a time for this. You just have to know what is your ideal, how much money you really want to make, and that's it. You just need to know how much money you want to make to have your ideal, your best lifestyle you could ever dream of. So now I'm gonna ask you some question, and you can pause the video between every question if you need to, but just write how much you think the amount of money will be for that question. So the question that I will ask you are regarding what will be your ideal income in a year, and with that income, everything that you will have to pay with, to be sure that to know like what is the income by knowing what you'll have to pay. Okay, so my first question is, how much money will it cost you to have your ideal car? And it's not just the car, it's how much it will cost you a year to have the car, plus paying all the maintenance on the car, all the gas on your car, and all your insurance with the car. Now, what kind of house would you like to have? Think about what is the house of your dream and how much it will cost you to pay for that house every year. And if you have trouble to find out how much it will cost to have your ideal home, especially finding how much it will cost every year, there's a website that you can find. Just write interest calculator on Google and you will find a lot of software that are free and directly on the internet that you can use, especially to calculate the interest and the payment that you need to do, for example, on a mortgage. And by the way, it's useful if you want to know how much you'll make with with investing money. Now, how much trip would you like to take in a year? Usually people do like one trip a year during their 2 weeks, but you don't have to do this. I know someone that is doing 2 weeks of work, 2 weeks of vacation, 2 weeks of work, 2 weeks of vacation, and he's doing that all the time. And maybe that's what you want. Maybe you just want to do 1 or 2 trips a year. Whatever the number of trips you want to make in a year, how much will all those trips will cost you in a year? Now the next question I have for you is, how much money would you like to invest? It can be either in stock market, in real estate, in your business, in like anything else, but how much money do you want to invest in a year? And the next question is, how much money do you want to put in education? How much do you want to invest in yourself, in fact? Like, hiring coaches, going to seminars, buying books, even if it's not super big expenses, but everything that you want to do, everything you want to learn, how much are you willing to pay for in a year? And if you have trouble to find out how much you want to invest in your business and how much you want to invest in yourself, well, there's something you can do. You can just put 10% in every of those two aspects. So you can calculate them in the end and look how much it costs to have the lifestyle that you want and just add 10% of that number to both of them. And now for the next question, how much money do you want to spend doing nice things for other people? Buying a gift to your family, your friends, and either for their anniversary or just for fun, going to a restaurant with people that you like, and just being generous to other people. How much money do you want to put into that? Now for the last question. Well, I said how much for the car, the house, investing, like giving gifts to other people. And there's a lot of things that I haven't said in expenses you can have in a year, like clothes, food, and like maybe other things that I'm not thinking about right now. And there's a lot of things that you're having to pay every year, and all of those things you need to come up with a number. Well, your phone will probably be the same thing, but you still have to pay it. You'll have to pay for food and clothes, as I said. So think of all of those things, all of mundane things to buy every day or every week, and how much you want to spend on those things. Now that you have all those numbers written down, just add them all up, and this is the amount of money you need to make a year to have everything you want. And if you have skipped through all this without taking notes with all the questions that I asked right now, well, all the questions will be in the description, so you can take your time and answer each of them. Now you have a short-term goal and a long-term goal. And the only thing that is missing is why you want to make that much money. Because if you just want to make that much money and don't do anything about it, well, it's just a dream, it's not a goal. And if you have a goal and you don't have any motivation achieving that, because the amount of money that you pay, maybe in a year it's not so much, but your ideal might be a big number that you want to make a year. It might be a lot more than what you're doing right now, and to be able to achieve this, you need to take a lot of action. And to take a lot of action, you need a lot of motivation. So the next part will be about finding why you want to make that kind of money. So for this part, I will ask you 5 simple questions, and you don't really have to ask yourself for a long time. Really, the first thing that comes in your mind is the right thing. And you don't have to put pause between the question, just find the first answer that comes to your mind with every question, and in the end you will have why you want to make that much money. So look at your short-term and long-term goal. My first question is, what do you want to do with all that money? Now, what will it bring to you? Now, what do you want to create with this? And what will that make possible in your life? Now's my last question. So, the previous answer, the last answer you had, does this inspire you? If it does, well, you just found out why you want to make that much money. So write it down and keep being inspired by it. Now, if it doesn't, well, just go in the description and book a call with me, and I will make sure that you find out what is your why for making that much money. Also, if you want to keep working on that exercises privately with me, book a call and we'll work on that. So thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, put a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Also, if you have any question, write them in comment. And if you have any question about those exercises, well, you can just reach me and schedule a call with me. And until next video, be unstoppable.